Hi, hello. Welcome back. Moon Griffon Show. Great to have you with us. 844-766-6607. It is the LineOne hotline, LineOne for all your phone needs and IT needs. And we're going to jump gears a little bit. We're still going to be talking a little bit about disaster. But Dean Simone is in with us. And see, I got it right. I don't care what you say. I got it right.
You did. Thank you.
I know you're proud of me. All right. I always say if we don't do this, of course, he is the president of the company. I like to say we like to, even with a company like you that people are starting to know, there's always somebody listening that don't know what you do. So let's talk about what you do first. And I know we want to talk a little about the disaster and helping people and things like that, but tell us about LineOne.
Sure. In layman terms, we're a system as a service hosted business phone system. This will allow us to take your phone number, port it, host it, provide the phone system as a hosted system, and even provide the phones that are on site, which includes the maintenance and the ongoing program changes that you need. So we take total control of your phone system, and we're your off-site telecom department.
And basically, y'all tell them probably when they have problems before they tell y'all. Seriously, y'all monitor it that close.
We have monitoring 24/7. We have geo-redundant data centers. Some of our competitors don't have a geo-redundant data centers where they're active. So we go to the highest level.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, Dean, we were talking off the air. Boy, when you looked up and saw the destruction of this hurricane, I mean, they are not only power companies now, phone lines are down, and people are going to be scrambling, really, really scrambling. Do y'all provide any kind of service? Do y'all help people along those lines?
We can. I'll talk in two phases. Okay. One, for the people that are in the disaster area and your phone system is completely down at this time, we can assist you by putting you on our hosted system immediately and either ship you some phones off-site to where you can plug the phone on any internet, where some of our competitors only work within their own network. Our system will work on top of any internet service. And then we would then forward your numbers to a temporary number until we have the opportunity to port your numbers. The only restriction we may have is that if you're under contract with another carrier, that will limit the options of what we can do for you.
So you can take what they already have and help them out.
Correct.
That's what I mean. You can help somebody right now if they're listening in those areas.
That is correct. We can help them out, get them back online, because we have an app that you can put on any smartphone. So we don't even have to have a device in your hand. You already have that smartphone device in your hand. You download the app. We'll get you connected to our system. You can start answering and transferring calls between your coworkers right now with that app.
Okay. I know they can go to line.one to get you. What about phone number?
Yeah, I know in the disaster area they may not have internet, so I'm going to give out the phone number.
Sure.
So it's 888-251-3456. Again, that's 888-251-3456.
Okay, yeah, and you can help them no matter if they're in a disaster area or not.
We service all of the United States, so if they're in a disaster area and down, we can assist them.
Wow. No, well, I'm just saying, I know by talking to people, phone service has been pretty rough.
Right.
Because you got so much down.
Exactly. And this also needs to be awakening for the people that were not in the path of the hurricane, that you need to work on your disaster recovery plan. Because one thing we know about hurricanes in South Louisiana is that we're going to get another one. The one good thing is we know when they're in the Gulf, we know exactly when they're going to hit the coastline. So it's easy to prepare for those. But how about the disasters when your building power goes down because a forklift or something has knocked the power line down? Well, you didn't prepare for that. You didn't get any notice. Well, with our system, as soon as you lose power or you lose your internet service, we automatically go to your disaster recovery plan that we have predetermined with you at the time of installation.
Well, they really need to see you now. If you're not in the destruction that just happened, they need to see you now because, like you said, the next one's on the way, and it could be you next.
Right. What should really prompt you to contact us is you're being contacted by your cable company to renew your contract, because once you renew your contract, it limits our options what we can do to help you. So if at that time you want to contact us and take a look at our service. Also, if you have a facility-based phone system where the phone system is actually at your location and there's a major upgrade or end of life that's happening to that system, don't put any more money into old technology. Let's start looking at putting you into newer technology.
Good point.
So those are two triggers to contact us.
This may have nothing to do with you, but I'm just going to ask you real quick. When they start talking about rebuilding a grid, you're talking about from scratch. That's got to be a very, very tough thing to do. They're talking about the grid, Calcasieu camera, just gone.
Well, the grid, that's the electrical grid.
If you look grid.
If you look in the entire country, we do have an antiquated electrical grid compared to other countries. So, yeah, that's a vulnerability. And that's a vulnerability just with the thunderstorms that we have or small just rainstorms that will knock out power. But that could be devastating to a business. You understand, your business is devastated. But your customers may be outside of that area. Your customers may be nationwide. They still expecting you to perform at the same level.
No matter what happened to you.
Right.
No, and that's a fact. That's just the way we are.
Yeah, and if you can't perform to that level,
they're going to find somebody.
They're going to find a competitor that can. So that's why we try to minimize your downtime with our customers.
For the most part, everything that you've done and been through, these customers, phone, IT, stuff like that, y'all able to get up pretty much really, really like quick, like soon, like
hurricane, COVID, like when COVID hit, we got some notice, but it was kind of shocking when all of a sudden we were being told none of your employees could come to the office.
Sure.
Well, our customers could either A, grab their phone from their desk, bring it home, no matter what internet service they had at home, plug it into their home internet, and they were back up and working. Or they could download the app, and we can pair their phone with the app with their phone. And no matter if they were on the go, like a salesperson or executive that's constantly moving, he was able to answer calls, transfer calls, set up conference calls, everything he could do from his desk.
And that's incredible. That's incredible. Right. And like you said, the shutdown affected every business. But now remember 2016 when the flood came. Nobody expected that kind of rain. I mean, If somebody knew it, they didn't tell us because nobody expected that kind of rain. Boom, everything down.
Yeah. So we always, all our customers, we talk about disaster recovery upon installation. So that way, at any time, their phones, all the phones at their location are not registered. Let's say they have 10 phones at their small business. Sure. At the moment, all 10 phones are no longer registered. We know something's wrong. And we immediately, automatically, it's set in the system to automatically go to a different route. Meaning maybe an automated attendant will answer and start distributing calls to cell phones or to the apps. Or it'll go to if you have multiple locations, we'll send the calls to maybe another location or they can answer your calls for you until you get power back into your. So without even you calling us, we already instantly are rerouting your calls.
It seems like from the smallest to the bigger business, they can probably use you and use your service because what you're talking about is what we're looking at now. People still being able to work despite everybody around them down power lines and no power, no water, and anything. You still got an opportunity to work, whether it's from your house or from another business, another location.
Yeah, I mean, we have customers that have over 500 users, okay, with multiple locations. We're able to assist them in setting up a employee hotline because when a hurricane comes through, you have all these employees that have been displaced. They're evacuating, but right after the storm, they need to be educated of what do I do next pertaining to my work. Do I go into work? Do I work from home? We set up a hotline for these larger corporations that they tell their employees right after the storm, at this time, we're going to update at 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
Wow. And
they go in and they just record a message. Okay, everybody, the team out of Lake Charles, we need you to do this. The team out of Baton Rouge, we need you to do this. And that way you can instantly communicate with all your employees, even though they may not have access to email or contacting directly. When you have a mass number of people to communicate with, it's a lot easier just to record once and let everybody do that.
You got a question?
I'm just.
You ain't up to the microphone. Dino's is not here yet. This is Dean. This ain't Dino's.
No, I'm just listening.
No, you just opened my eyes to a lot of things because if you out there, especially down on the coast, if we're going to get hurricanes and weather and systems, it makes sense to have a backup plan. I would suggest if you're a business and you listen to this, just call our friends at LineOne. Go to line.one, check them out. Let Dean and them talk to you about what can happen with your system and your IT system and things of that nature. And then ask them about disaster. Okay, what happens if?
Right.
Those are really what you're doing today. You're answering some tough questions that people could have avoided some big problems had they already been with your company.
And again, we're going through this now. It's going to happen again in the future. We don't know when it's going to happen or how big it's going to happen. It's being prepared. So with all clients, we're always prepared.
No doubt about it. LineOne, it's Line.one. The LineOne hotline, but it's Line.one to find out. What is the number again, Dean?
The phone number is 888-251-3456. And you can also go to Line.one. You can Google that, and you'll find us.
By the way, it doesn't cost you to make a phone call.
No, you contact us.
You guys probably go see them and all that stuff to take care of.
Whatever you're comfortable with, we can visit you face-to-face, or we can do a conference call, video conference call, and we talk about your business and how you communicate. And that's where we pride on our system, is that we really look at the call flow of how your business works, and we streamline that because we want to make your brand stronger to your customers. So we don't want any drop calls. We don't want any voicemail jail. We want, from the time they dial that last digit to reach you, we want it to be a smooth transition to the answering position, to the transfer, to even to voicemail and being.
So a disaster never knocks y'all out?
No, we have geo-redundant systems. So we have 4 data centers across the country, and they're all active. So
wow.
if one fails, it automatically just goes and
no,
goes over to the next one.
That's the most phenomenal thing I've ever heard, because most of the time you get knocked out somewhere, you're knocked out. In your case, y'all loaded up around the country so somebody can still be rolling in their business.
Right. Our closest data center to the coast would be Dallas. So, we don't have any data centers right on the coast.
Dean, that's not that close.
Well, I know that. For a hurricane, it usually will dissipate by the time it hits Dallas.
Sure, but I'm saying it's just not that close.
Right, and we did that purposely. We vetted all our data centers to make sure they had high redundancies.
But because you deal with people all over the country, but you deal a lot of South Louisiana.
I mean, most of our customers are in the southeastern part of the United States. From Oklahoma to the East Coast and Tennessee on down. We have a high concentration here in Louisiana because we are a Louisiana-based company.
But you need to have disaster ready.
Right. So we're familiar with hurricanes and things like that.
There may be somebody else doing what you're doing. I hadn't heard of anybody doing what you're doing, and I think it's a heck of a service people need to look at.
I appreciate
Give out
it.
that number one more time, sir.
Our phone number again is 888-251-3465, or you can reach us at Line.one.
It's that, or you can email me. I'll send it to Dean. Dean, God bless.
Thank you.
The company's Line. It's Line.one to reach them. LineOne. Hey, the real thing right here, and they do stuff all over the country. We'll take a break. Be right back.